So let me guess, you clicked on this video because your band leader handed you a sheet of music or a chord chart. You were expecting this, and instead you got this. I know all of you classically trained musicians right now are panicking because like, wait, where are my notes? Well, don't panic, you've come to the right place. What's up, musicians? Welcome back to One Music School, where we make music theory fun and easy. Today we're diving into something super cool and practical, the Nashville number system. If you're tired of struggling with transposing chords or just want a more flexible way to play with the band, this system is going to change your life. We're going to go over what the Nashville number system is, how it works, and lastly, some practical examples. Let's jump in. So what is the Nashville number system? Simply put, it's a method for notating chords in a way that's universal, regardless of the key you're playing in. Instead of writing out chords like C, G, A minor, F, we use numbers 1, 4, 5, and 6. Each number corresponds to a note in the key you're playing. Sounds simple, right? Let's break it down. Let's say we're in the key of C major. The C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No sharps, no flats. Now, if we number those, we get 1 is C, 2 is D, 3 is E, 4 is F, 5 is G, 6 is A, 7 is B. On this chart, I've color-coded them, and you can see that chords 1, 4, and 5 are major chords, and chords 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords, and the 7th is diminished. So if we're playing in the key of C in the Nashville number system, instead of saying play a C chord, we say play a 1 chord. And if you want to play a G chord, you say you play the 5 chord. My church uses charts that indicate the minor by using a minus sign, and it's a major if it's just by itself. You'll also see Roman numerals sometimes. If it's capitalized, so to speak, it means that it's a major chord, and if it's lowercase, it's a minor chord. The diminished chord is indicated by the little circle. Okay, so why do we use the Nashville number system? Here's a few reasons why. Ever been in a situation where the singer wants to change the key last minute? With Nashville numbers, all you need to do is shift the numbers to the new key. No more scratching out chords and writing in new ones. This way the system stays the same no matter what key you're in. 2, it's the universal language. So in studio sessions, especially in Nashville, this system is the go-to. It's like the secret code that every musician understands, making communication super smooth. This reminds me of a story that my choir director told me about the time that he was in a bluegrass band. And the band director would turn around, look at all the members of the band, and then do this. Wait, what does that mean? So this meant 2 sharps. That meant that he was in the key of D. They were going to be playing in the key of D. All right, automatically he knew that the chords that in that chord progression were going to be in the key of D. So in his mind, he memorized the Nashville numbers, key of D, and then he said 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, something like that. And so in his head, he's thinking 1, D is going to be the first measure or the first, whatever the section. And then you're going to play the 4 chord. Okay, because we're in the key of D, we're going to play the 4 chord, we're going to play the G, and then 5 chord, play the A, and then back to the 4 chord, and then back to 1. Whatever numbers that he indicated what he was going to do. And he was going 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. He knew that in his head, and then they would just have to play it, even if they've never heard the song before. But having this Nashville number system really makes you valuable as a musician and very flexible. And 3, improvisation. If you're jamming and you want to try something different, knowing the scale degrees knows you to experiment without getting lost. So let's put this into practice. If you're in C major and your progression is C, G, A minor, F, that's 1, 5, 6, 4. What happens if you move to G major? The scale changes, but the numbers stay the same. So we still are playing 1, 5, 6, 4. But now we're in the key of G. So now 1 is G, 5 is D, E minor is 6, and then we have C is 4. Pretty simple, right? Also, this is great, especially if there's a song that is too low for you to sing, you don't have a capo on you, or you just don't like the chords that in that particular voicing. So let's say we have a song in the key of C, you don't like it's a little low for you. So C is 1, and then we have the 5, minor 6, 4. Now let's move this up a whole step or 2 half steps to the key of D. So now our 1 chord is D, 5 chord is A, 6 chord is B minor, and then 4 chord is G. So if I had God is able, He will never fail. He is Almighty God. All right, if I had that in the key of C, God is able, God is on our side. He will make a way far above all we know. All right, yep, I could sing it in that key, but if I had far above all we know, far above all we hope, feels a little more comfortable for me. Just change it over and you think 1, 5, 6, 4, and then I can experiment more easily with a different key and just figure out like, oh, maybe I like the original key better, or the new one, yeah, that's the sweet spot in my voice. That's what I'd like to try. So are you ready to start using the Nashville number system? Here's how. 1, you could start by trying to memorize this chart and all of the keys, which I think you should, but I have a better place to start. Okay, if you've been playing on worship teams before, or you've been playing guitar, ukulele, or piano, you start to notice that there are some keys that are just a little more popular. For me, I see the common chords as C, G, A, D, but the more you play and the more songs you learn, the more you start to notice like, oh, hey, the key of C is pretty popular. The key of G is pretty popular. D. So start with those, and then you can branch out to the others if you're feeling Olympic, right? 2, practice common chord progressions. Work on common chord progressions like 1, 4, 5, or 1, 5, 4, and so on. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And 3, use it in real situations. Try using the system in your next rehearsal or jam session, and you'll quickly see how it becomes second nature. I do this with my students a lot when I'm introducing Nashville numbers. They've been playing for a few months, or maybe I just noticed that they're ready for just something a little bit more. What I do is that I take a song that has a simple chord progression, maybe 3 chords or 4, and it has the 1, 4, 5, and 6. I bring out the Nashville number system, I print it off for them, and I show them, hey, we're in the key of C, this is the 1 chord, this is the 4 chord, this is the 5 chord, this is the 6 chord. And I just introduce it to them that way. We don't do anything else. We just keep it simple. And so I advise that you do the same thing too. Keep it simple at first, and then start to maybe change the key a bit and experiment with different keys that way. Let me know in the comment section below where you have had to use the Nashville number system, or if this is your first time just being introduced to this. If you're a beginning guitarist and you just want a nice, clear place to start, I have a guitar course over here that I made that is especially for you if you want to learn how to play the guitar the fun, the fast, and the stress-free way. And remember, your worth is not in what you do. You are loved. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.